Hi guys, welcome in. Better Off Dead here on Thursday, September the 10th. Oh my gosh, NFL not far off, a couple hours from now, kicking off in Kansas City. Have a separate video focusing on that exciting opening night in the NFL. MLB to get to behind me. Quick MLB wrap up yesterday. It wasn't very good on my part. One win, two losses. I'm going to go right back to the series that represented those two losses for me, backing the Cubs. Didn't work out at all yesterday, but I'm right back to it. Reds at Cubs in the rubber match, game 3 of this set in Chicago. This is Sonny Gray for the Reds, and I think his name is Adbert Alzolay for the Cubs. Not a lot of info on this pitcher, a right-handed young pitcher. Didn't pitch a lot last year. I think last year was his debut year, 2019, excuse me. His debut year in MLB. He did pitch against the Reds recently, one inning of sort of non-eventful scoreless relief in the middle of one of their games. More recently, about a week ago, he did have a start against the Cardinals, high pitch count, 78 pitches thrown, didn't make it out of the third inning. I think two earned runs, so it didn't get out of hand. We don't know a lot about him. Reds hitters haven't faced him much other than that one inning of relief that I mentioned. Having said that, though, I'm trying to focus on the Cubs offense to do something today. Team total over 3.5 is paying a pretty healthy number, plus 115. And I do get it. The reason why it's paying so well. Sonny Gray over his career, and it's been a great career for the right-hander, has been tough on the Cubs. He's faced them not a huge amount of times, but he's been sharp against them. So you can't draw a lot of data on that if you're looking to back the Cubs. I'm not going to look to back them to win this game, but I am going to look to back the Cubs to get over that 3.5 number, and I am about to tell you why. Sonny Gray, 10 days ago, was awful. One of his worst outings of his career against the Cardinals. I think it was 6 earned runs, didn't make it out of the first inning, couple walks, a home run in there somewhere, and a lot of damage. He walked off the field before the end of the first inning. The Reds and Sonny Gray himself have insisted that he's just fine, but he did skip his next start. So a big horse like Sonny Gray, I cannot believe he's just fine. Skipping a start after such a dismal outing like that. So I'm kind of banking on some vulnerability with Sonny Gray. I think if he gets into a little bit of trouble, they will lift him. And the Cubs have had success against the Reds bullpen, more so than their starting staff. So for those reasons, I'm going to go ahead and back the Cubs on that over 3.5 plus 115. Little bit later, Southern California in San Diego. Giants are at San Diego. This will be game 1 of this set. Chris Paddock, the sheriff, goes for San Diego. Trevor Cahill for the Giants. Cahill, no decisions on the year, but several appearances, meaning he hasn't gone very deep in the games. He has decent numbers, historically decent numbers against the Padres. I wanted to focus on Chris Paddock. Again, focusing on a pitcher who I think is a little bit vulnerable. Paddock did face the Giants on the 29th of July, first week of the season. He wasn't bad. He ended up with a no decision there, 2 earned runs. I think he got pulled in the 6th inning. So was in San Francisco. San Francisco ended up taking that game, a lot of late runs, 7-6, I believe. But since then, Paddock in the last month or so, his last few starts, has been quite vulnerable, giving up the long ball quite a bit, a lot of hits there. So the sheriff, it really has slid to 3rd or 4th guy in that Padres starting rotation. Some of the shine has fallen off a little bit there for Chris Paddock. So I'm going to key on that. I think Mike Yastrzemski took him deep in that game on July 29th. And the Giants are on the up after being ridiculed early in the year. Buster Posey, really their biggest name player, opted out before the season started. But Yastrzemski has emerged, and Brandon Belt's having a huge year. And some other guys, and their starting pitching's been pretty good. They have a chance to make the playoffs. They're a few games back of the Padres. I don't really want to get a bet against the Padres at this point. They are an outstanding club. Ridden them a few times on this channel. But that team total for the Giants does stand out to me. Over 3.5, it's a bit expensive, probably -130 or -135 at your book. I do think that is worth a shot for the Giants to do some things against Paddock tonight. Okay, guys, and NFL, my gosh, a few hours away. Chiefs hosting the Texans. I'm going to post a video on that in a little bit. Better Off Dead. These are 2 MLB plays behind me and spread across those 2 games. Excuse me. Better Off Dead. Thanks so much.